Welcome back, everybody. It's your pal Orange Hat here to bring you another video. And this one about Mark Hamill and his problem with the Constitution of the United States. How he's pushing anti-gun rhetoric following University of Nevada shooting, ban assault weapons now. So let's get into this article. This is from yesterday from Bounding into Comics. Star Wars actor Mark Hamill has used his influence to push for a ban on assault weapons following the recent shooting in the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. A tragedy that left 3 professors dead and 1 faculty member injured on Wednesday of last week. Honestly, I heard nothing of this shooting. The infamously woke actor, I'm just reading it from here, folks, made these comments in a video shared by Newton Action Alliance Gun Control Group as part of the 11th annual vigil of all victims of gun violence, wherein Hamill offered his condolences to the family on those who were killed in Nevada and further pushed anti-gun rhetoric. I don't feel like watching this. Hello everyone, I'm Mark Hamill. The actor prefaced, "I'm sorry I can't be with you in person to share this message, but I wanted to express my deepest condolences for your losses due to tragic gun violence in America." Or due to the tragedy of gun violence in America. Hamill continued, "We are the greatest country in the world, but we also have the greatest gun problem in the world. No other nation comes close." I'm pretty sure that that's not exactly true, but whatever. The Star Wars actor would then proceed to lay out some questionable statistics. Alright, sorry about the shakiness of the screen here, folks. I'm zoomed in to make the words bigger for y'all. Nearly 50,000 Americans die from gun violence every year, and guns have become the #1 killer of children and teens. Stumbling as he reads from his script, the actor continued, we need to end this public health crisis now. Further encouraging, ban assault weapons now, enact universal background checks now, pass red flag laws now, which are all unconstitutional, by the way. Yep, they are all unconstitutional. The Second Amendment states, shall not be infringed. All of those are infringements upon the right to bear arms. It gives me great hope that you're there in Capitol Hill trying to create change. And I think that each and every one of you, for being there, for honoring your loved ones by taking actions to protect lives of all Americans. How do you protect lives of all Americans? By taking away guns from lawful citizens and punish lawful citizens for the acts of the unlawful. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Before concluding, he further asserted, I know this work isn't easy, but you're on the right side of history. No, you're not. Not if you are trying to basically wipe your ass with the Constitution. And I'm beyond thankful for your efforts to end the scourge of gun violence in this nation. Thank you. Well, here's the thing. Maybe if people who committed gun violence were put to death instead of put behind bars, well, there might be less gun violence. If law enforcement was to send a clear message to those who kill people and then do not celebrate them in any sort of way in the media and do not protect killers in the media, then perhaps we might have a more or a less problem with guns and shooters in America. Unsurprisingly, Hamill did not bother to check his facts, claiming that nearly 50,000 Americans die from gun violence every year, when that's not even close to the real number. Further, Las Vegas Metro Police Department Sheriff Kevin McMahill also confirmed that UNLV shooter Anthony Polito used a 9mm Taurus PT-92 handgun to commit the crime. Handgun, not assault rifles. Not that there is such a thing as an assault rifle. But continuing on. According to the CDC's mortality data via Pew Research in 2021, the most recent year with complete data available, a total of 48,830 people died from gun-related injuries in America. However, only 43%, 20,958 of those gun-related deaths are attributed to murders, with the other 54%, 26,328, being suicides, and the remaining 3%, 549, officially declared either accidental or related to law enforcement. In October 2022, Breitbart News reports the FBI released their Uniform Crime Report, or UCR, which revealed that more people in America were beaten to death than killed with rifles, otherwise known as assault weapons, showing that 447 people had been killed with rifles and 461 were killed with personal weapons like hands, fists, legs, and so on. So yeah, gun violence isn't the leading killer in America. In fact, when it comes to the leading killer in America, it's actually abortion. Millions of lives are taken from that. So Hamill would also share the video of on his own profile on X, which prompted the response to other users, with some taking issue with the actor's push for ban against assault weapons, otherwise pointing out his hypocrisy. The greatest gun problems come from government that bans guns, noted, being libertarian, adding, "We don't have a gun problem, we have a moral problem." Good point. Another user asserted everyone should own a gun, open carry everywhere, alluding to Hamill's most iconic character, Luke Skywalker. The user would then go on to illustrate how a young rebel was able to stand up against Galactic Empire, rhetorically inquiring, "Did that help Luke?" America was built on the right to self-defense, pointed out in political cartoonist George Axelopoulos. Every household should have at least one gun, like a basic utility. You just get more and more insufferable with age, asserted Design 2 Live, further lamenting, "I miss when you were just a cool Jedi dude." Pointing out Hamill's hypocrisy in his incessant anti-gun stance, Davradla shared a picture of the actor being escorted by his guards, writing, "Does this mean you'll be giving up your armed bodyguards for you and your family? If not, why should I give up mine? It is as if you're saying, my guns? These are not the guns you're looking for." The ex-user mocked, alluding to one of the famous quotes from Star Wars. Yep. And yeah, packing weapons. Yep. He has armed bodyguards, folks. So, yeah, that's the end of this one. It seems that Mark Hamill, as he played an embodiment of hope in Star Wars, in Luke Skywalker, seems to be everything that a Jedi isn't. Standing for freedoms and truth and justice. The Jedi for 1,000 generations were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, before the Dark Times, before the Empire. Now he seems to be more like a Sith Lord who wants to control and to restrict freedoms from people. You see, if people were allowed to open carry and defend themselves when a, let's say, mass shooter comes a-calling, and somebody kills that mass shooter with a gun, that is an act of heroism. It means that people with guns are not going to tolerate another person with gun breaking the law. When you try to restrict freedoms, you are therefore putting people in more danger. Because criminals don't care about the laws. I know this is a concept that many people in Hollywood and many liberals and people on the left don't understand, but People are going to commit crimes whether or not the law says it's not right to do so. They are going to say, screw your laws, we're going to do what we want, that's why we are criminals. Essentially, that is the way that they believe. They don't care how many background checks you want to give them. They don't care how many bullets you want to restrict. They don't care what you call the weapon. To them, it is a tool to get what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and they have no compunctions about killing people. Where a person with the right mindset, who will stand against people like them, will only use their weapon to defend others and not to attack and kill simply because they want personal gain. The Constitution of the United States, folks, in our constitutional republic, is important. It is a founding document. It means that these rights shall not be infringed, nor shall they be restricted. To own a weapon is a right that is not just given by man, but by God himself. We are allowed to own weapons to defend ourselves against those who would wish us harm. They are to be used in defense of our rights and liberties and freedoms. They are not used to be imperialistic and to be violent with. Unfortunately, when these rights were granted by the Constitution and by our government way back when with our forefathers, they understood that these rights are a responsibility. That yes, there are going to be people out there who will commit violent crimes. But we also understood that they would be the few and far between. Criminal activity does not outnumber the population of our country. They are still the minority. And that is why we who are lawful should have guns to protect people against those who are, or to protect people against those who only want to use guns to hurt others. We do not need to ban assault rifles. There has not even been a defined definition or a clear definition of what an assault rifle even is. And if people want to say an AR-15, that doesn't even stand for assault rifle. That stands for Armalite Rifle Model 15. Assault rifle is just a word used by the government to create fear and to try to push an agenda that basically rips up the Constitution. So yeah, folks, that is going to be the video. Mark Hamill, you and your anti-gun rhetoric and your lies for clicks and views on social media, shame on you. I liked you, or you're a good actor back during the old Star Wars days. But other than that, I'm sorry, man. You really need a reality check. You've gone so insane with your political rhetoric that you no longer even know what the truth is. And that is pretty shameful, or that is a shame, really, because people looked up to you growing up. I was one of them. But now seeing what you have become, becoming the very evil that your character in Star Wars fought against, an empire, an imperialist. Yeah, that is truly a shame. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of Mark Hamill and his hypocrisy, as well as his lies in order to push a ban on weapons? Let me know all your thoughts, folks. This has been Orange Hat. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay humble.